What's going on? We got a new camera. I'm going to Vegas for ServiceNow Knowledge. And in my niche, this is like the big conference of the year where all the big ServiceNow execs and professionals get together and you learn about what they're going to do this year. So I'm going to go network, go talk to a bunch of people. That ticket was $2,000. All right. So we got to go make the most of it. So this week, I want to talk about why you should stop consuming and start creating. So for me, I wasn't on social media for a long time, about 3 years. Before I was on like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. And I just decided that wasn't for me. And I deleted all of it. Got rid of everything. And you know what? I loved it. It was amazing. And I just hated the way it made my brain feel. Like, I always just felt like shit after getting on social media. And that 3-year break was honestly amazing for me. And I honestly don't think I realized how much social media affected me until I got off. And I was quite reluctant to come back. I was never going to come back, to be honest. And then I was trying to keep up with my friends after I'd quit my job and I was meeting new people when I was going on vacation and stuff. So I decided to re-download Instagram. And honestly, I liked it because I didn't look at stories. I didn't scroll the posts. I just checked what my friends were doing sometimes. And then I was just talking to them. We just talking to stupid group chats. I loved it. So I didn't watch any stories, didn't scroll the feed, didn't look at reels. I still don't look at reels. And there's a difference between just keeping up with people versus consuming all the extra stuff that come with Instagram that I think is the bad part. Then I started posting on LinkedIn. And I've mentioned this before in other videos where I posted on LinkedIn every single day and people thought it was cringe. A bunch of my friends thought it was cringe. A ton of people were judging me and thought it was so weird. Posting on LinkedIn actually reframed social media in my brain where I realized the power of compounding visually to an audience can be. I would actually post something, people would reach out, I would learn new things, I would get better at posting, more interesting people would reach out, and there was a feedback loop there that you could see. And then this made me realize that the internet feels completely different from a creation standpoint versus a consumption one. But putting your thoughts out there for everyone to see, even if it's not perfect, compounds over time. I just didn't realize that you could use social media in a different way, where I went from consuming to never wanting it ever again, to using it to talk to my friends, to realizing that it could be a leverage point in your workflow. And especially in today with AI, I made a video on this before, you need visibility. You need people to know who you are, to have that distribution to be able to sell to people. Because if no one knows about you, then no one cares about you. And I still need to know what's going on with AI. So I was a big Twitter guy. I had X for a long time. My whole reason for keeping X was that I needed to keep up with information. I needed to keep up with what was going on. I literally have my agent scrape my X account, bring me back AI news, and that's how I consume all my news today. I don't know what's going on in the outside world. I don't see anything about the politics. A point to this is I'm way happier of a person because I don't have all this junk in my brain. And I think people don't realize the inputs you put in your brain every single day matter. These things add up. They influence you in ways you don't even understand. So you need balance. The internet is a better place when you are the one creating, when you are the one putting yourself out there, when you are making the content for other people to consume. You can make stuff like I'm doing where I'm helping developers in their entrepreneur journey. Not everything has to be slop and disgusting. You can't let your attention be controlled by these big tech companies and these algorithms. It's junk. It's not real. If you look up, there's a theory called dead internet theory, where the majority of the internet is bots. And if you take even one look at X, you will see that it's all bots. It's not real. It's literally not real. So my whole point is this. I'm not anti-social media. I'm not anti-internet or whatever. If you don't decide how you're going to use the internet, these big companies and algorithms will decide it for you. And I'm trying to flip that. I don't want to be consuming a bunch of junk in my brain. Consuming does nothing for you. You don't remember what you consume. They proved this in studies. You never remember what you were consuming. It makes your attention span shot. You become like everyone else who consumes. So my argument here is you don't need to disappear. I don't think that's the answer. I think not having social media, you can do that if you want. But I think if you're going to be on, then you should do more creating than you do consuming. And especially if you're building something. People need to see what you're doing, your thoughts. You need that attention to get that distribution to be able to sell. So now I'm trying to be online, but on purpose. Making content like this, posting my thoughts publicly, connecting with new people, sharing ideas. Create way more than I consume, filter the inputs. And for me, the internet needs to be leveraged. If I'm doing any kind of consuming, it needs to feed into my creating later. So create more than you consume. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you think.